Hey everyone, I'm Chad. Thanks for coming to Arctic Horde Wargaming. Today we have Ryan versus Jeff. They're going to be playing some 40k, and we're playing a snow theme for Christmas, of course. And in the spirit of Christmas, I would just say hug your loved ones and be kind to your animals. Animals are awesome. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, take a look at the links down below, and definitely stick around for the endgame wrap-up. We have a special announcement on the channel in there. But for now, let's get into the show.
Alright, first turn. We're going to see who goes first. I get a +1 because I finished dropping first. 6 total. 3. Alright, I will go first. So, here we go. Today I'm playing Grey Knights. I have a similar list to what I had run. We're running actually 2050-ish for points because I just don't have enough Grey Knight models, and I'm getting them because Black Friday happened. So I got some new ones, and we just have to paint them up and get them going. Unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit of time, and I think we're going to get into some Knights games before that happens. So anyway, to go through our list, we have, first off, a Brother Captain as per last time. He's back here. He has a Silencer and a Halberd. He has Tenacious Survivor, Curious of Sacrifice. He also knows Sanctuary as his Sanic power. So he's the guy who doubles my range for psychic powers. Then, moving on, we have Lord Kaldor Drago here. He knows Gate to Infinity and Vortex of Doom. Then we have a small strike squad in the back with various weapons, mainly halberds. And only one guy has a silencer, and their Justicar has a sword. They know Sanctuary as well. Going to the Terminators with swords. Big guy has a hammer. The weapon for this one is an incinerator, and everybody else has swords. Going to the second squad, unfortunately, this is where I say I don't have the right models still, is the Halberd squad, but I have one guy here who has a sword, and he has a special weapon. Unfortunately, this guy's not WYSIWYG. He's supposed to have a Stormbolter. So don't get confused. It's the guy that doesn't have the Halberd who has a special weapon in this squad. Unfortunately, that's just what I have to run. That is part of my battalion detachment, so I have 5 command points from that. Then I move on to my second detachment, which is a Vanguard detachment, which starts with a Grandmaster in Nemesis Dread Knight, which obviously has the heavy incinerator and the side cannon. No other main weapons. Other than that, he has Hammer Hand. And then we go down to, I have 2 Apothecaries. One here that knows Sanctuary, and the other one here that knows Purge Soul. And then we have a Paladin squad seen over here that's up in the air right now, using their lovely ability that they have. Our third and final detachment, which is Grandmaster Voldus as our HQ. 2 Dread Knights with WYSIWYG, so we have an Assault Cannon and Heavy Flamer, Last Cannon and Heavy Flamer, and then a Paladin Ancient who is also in the air. And he has a Stormbolter and Falchion and Sanctuary is the thing he knows. These two guys, the Last Cannon knows Vortex of Doom, this guy knows Gate to Infinity, and Voldus knows Gate to Infinity, Purge Soul, and Vortex of Doom. Lots of Vortex of Doom. Doom! So, moving forward, that's what we got. Roughly 243 points because I didn't have to put the teleporter on my Dread Knight here. So, 10 command points. So let's get into this. I placed over here because this is where 4 of the objective markers are, and I just want to kind of hold this and just bide my time for points, because he went and put his guys over there, and those guys can fly, and I can't. So there's only one way I can get over there, and I'm going to maybe try it. I don't know yet.
Hey guys, we got 2,050-ish points of Crimson Fist here today. We've got 2 squads of scouts, one here hiding behind the building, and the other one right here. They're just equipped with standard bolters today. We also have a squad of infiltrators right here claiming this objective, and they also have that fun ability to prevent people from deep striking within 12 inches. You've got 2 units of suppressors back here. standard intercessors over here. These are with the heavy stalker bolt rifle, as well as these guys over here. This is also a 10-man squad, but they have the bolt rifle. Aggressor, 6-man aggressor squad. They have the missile launcher. No, excuse me, not the missile. The grenade launchers and the bolt gauntlet for all the DACA, since they can fire twice if they don't move, and they do somewhere in the neighborhood of 72-ish shots on average.
Oh boy.
And then we've got a Devastator squad with 4 heavy bolters. He does, of course, have the Signum, which means that he can give one guy in his squad a +1 bonus to BS, so he's hitting on 3s. And then up in the sky right now, we have a 5-man squad of Inceptors.
How many CP you got?
10 remaining. I have used 3 command points already. My chaplain is going to be using the new rules from Faith and Fury for Master of Sanctity. He's right here. He's going to take the Warlord trait, Wise Order. So in addition to being able to use 2 chaplain powers per turn, he also gets to reroll the attempt to do so. He has 3 different powers, or 3 different abilities which cannot be affected by Grey Knight's Deny, which I'm looking forward to doing today. We have Fortress of Resolve, which means they can give everybody within 6 inches a 5+ to Overwatch. He has Cataclysm of Fire, which means that I can give a +1 to wound to 1 squad within 6 inches. We have Recitation of Focus, so +1 to shooting to 1 squad of within 6 inches. And I've also given him the relic, the Eye of Hopnoth, which allows me to reroll 1s to wound with all models within 6 inches. We've got the Librarian here, who's taken Fortify.
Okay.
We have the Librarian here, which has 3 different powers. Fortify, so a unit within 12 inches can regain D3 lost wounds. Tectonic Purge, which basically gives you a -2 to your charge roll to all units, to all models within 12 inches of him. And then, of course, Smite. And then my captain over here is a Champion of Blades. I'm given an additional relic, the Fist of Vengeance, which is just a standard power fist, but it's a straight 3 damage. And then I've also spent 1 additional command point to give him the Warlord trait, Imperium Sword, so he gets to reroll any dice or just 1 dice on charges, and a +1 to strength and attacks the turn that he's charged or heroic advances. I'm looking forward to a strength 10 power fist. I think that will be fun.
Sorry for all the snow. We're in Minnesota, and it kind of snows here, and we got the city of St. Paul just picked a lovely time to come out and plow. So sorry for all the noise.
Today we're doing Strategic Gamble, which is kind of a neat thing that we're doing with the cards here. So basically what you do is you, at the beginning of your turn, the person who is going, before they draw any cards, gambles how many objectives they think they're going to obtain in that turn. So for example, someone's going to gamble 2, that means they need to score 2 strategic objectives in that particular turn. The fun thing is, if you gamble and you don't get the objectives, your opponent gets the points. So, Ryan's here is the one who will go first. So in a few seconds here, he will go ahead and tell me how many he's going to gamble and flip his first 3 cards.
Okay, so if I say I want 1 and I score 3, do I get a negative to what I just happened?
No, you've scored at least 1 objective, so you get the 1 point. The extra bonus point, plus the additional points that you get for scoring your objectives.
All right, I'm going to score 1 point with
Okay.
technical objectives this turn. How about you?
Well, I have to wait till my turn.
Oh. Okay.
Because I may have to go big or go home.
So I'm going to flip my 3. We got secure objective 5. That's not over here. Oh no. We got secure objective 6. That's in the middle. And defend objective 4. Hey, we got one! We're gonna get this, boys! Fingers
Defend
crossed.
objective 4 means you need to be holding it at the end of your turn.
At the end of my turn, it says, score 2 victory points if you control objective marker 4 at the end of 2 consecutive turns. Oh boy.
Now you just go. Although I am going to spend 2 command points to give my entire army cover.
Excuse me?
I'm going to spend 2 command points to give my entire army cover.
How?
It's a standard objective out of Chapter Approved 2018.
Alright, time for a very disappointing first turn for me.
What are you talking about? You're up by 4 points.
I mean, that's all I killed. Dread Knight did not do as well as I wanted him to. My placement of these guys wasn't good enough. Really, I tried to keep them in there to try and get extra Psyker attacks and all this other stuff, and it didn't work out in my favor at all. It's because they still have 2 guys left. I wanted them. I should have just let them charge in and get in deep there. But mistakes were made, so now I'm going to pay for it with all the shooty biz. We kept our brother captain still. We did our lovely orbital bombardment, even though I said I would never do it again. I did it anyway.
Hey, you did do 4 wounds over here, so I mean, you got what you wanted.
I thought they could blow up. They can't blow up, but I wanted the guys who don't need light of sight to shoot me, I wanted them to die, and that didn't happen. But anyway, moving on. These guys had Astral Aim, failed on Sanctuary, failed on Vortex of Doom, just did some smites, but it wasn't too fruitful there, unfortunately. Since I got my points for Defend Objective 4, kept these guys here.
You got Secure Objective 6.
Yep.
You weren't able to get 5, although we need to do one thing first. Because I need to roll for morale. I can still run away, and then you'd still hold that point.
Well, let's do it. Roll for it.
All right, here we go, sir. Oh, we got it.
What is it? Because it's 6 plus 3.
6, 3, so...
Your leadership is
8.
8.
So I lose 1 guy.
So we can test. At that point, right?
Nope, because I'm still secure.
Right. Oh.
Because I'm a troop, and you're an HQ. There you go. 1 more guy goes away.
Well, as he was alluding to, I controlled Objective 6 here, which goes with my Secure Objective 6 card. So I get 1 point for that. I bet that I would win 1 point, so I get an additional point there. So I got 2 points. I got First Blood, and you said I had 4 points? How did I get that?
I'm just counting you having that one.
Oh, next turn I will get 2 points for that one.
If I can't shift a
If you
ton
can't
of
shoot
stuff.
all of my guys off of it. So, we're up to 3 points. First turn. Meh. So, let's get at your first turn here.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and bet 1 as well.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and flip some cards. I have got Domination. Score D3 plus 3 victory points if you control every objective marker on the battlefield at the end of your turn. That one's not too likely. Psychologically War Fervor. Score 1 victory point if your opponent fails a morale test during your turn. If your opponent fails 3 or more morale tests, do D3. Okay, this is not going well for me.
I mean, you could do a lot of shooting. And
Lightning Strike. Score 1 victory point if at least 1 enemy unit that was entirely within your opponent's deployment zone at the extent of your turn was destroyed. Okay.
That's more likely.
That one I can do.
That one's going to happen.
Yeah.
So you bet 1 point, right?
I bet 1.
Yep, so you'll probably get 1.
Yeah.
So then you'll get 2, and then there's no other points you can get because you didn't have any secure ones. Okay.
Alright. Yeah, we can make that work. We can make that work.
Off to Crimson Fist round 1. So I'm slowly realizing how ridiculous these aggressors are, and they make me want to play a new army. But he gets to roll 29 grenade shots against my Grandmaster?
Yeah, just the first volley, though. We got another volley after this one.
Oh, I thought you were doing both at the same time.
No, this is only 6. There's...
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I rolled incredibly well for him.
Yep. A bunch of 6s. That's it, roll. Against my baby carrier. What AP does this have?
There's no AP on.
Oh, thank God.
Until I move to the tactical drop in and then make 1.
Baby carrier's gonna probably die this turn. Alright, 5. I think we get 2 up saves.
I think so, yeah.
Great. Take 1.
1, okay.
1 damage. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're going down to 10 wounds left, boys and girls. We can look at our statistics and tell.
6, 10, 19 shots.
Yes, get more dice out of there.
Five, 6s.
2 saves? Stain?
Yeah.
0 AP. Yep.
Okay.
Then you do your AP stuff now?
No, there's no AP on any of these shooting.
Oh. I'm less scared now. But still scared. Because aggressors get to shoot twice because he didn't move them. We'll come back to you when this guy dies. I was scared of the aggressors. They only knocked me down to 8 wounds. And then I took 40 shots from Bolt Storm. What do they have? Bolt rifles?
Yeah, bolt rifles, and then they use the 2 command points called Bolt Storm, which gives them rapid fire 2, which is 40 shots. And then I got some hot dice and just did 21 wounds to you.
Alright, boys and girls. And you said they're -1 AP, so
-1.
I have 21 3-up saves. We're going to hand off the camera to him to see what happens here. My 21 3-up saves. I already look like I'm dead. Because I don't re-roll anything.
Nope.
Correct? So there's 4 wounds, 5 wounds, 6 wounds, 7 wounds, 8... and 9
and 10. Oh my gosh.
Man, these guys, these are just regular intercessors?
These are regular intercessors.
Intercessors with Bolt Storm, man. That is ridiculous. Oh, Grandmaster is dead, but I'm going to spend a couple command points here. So we're going to do only in death does duty end. Cost me 1 command point. We're down to 3 and 5, respectively. We're going to keep with that just in case. That means we get to shoot our side cannon and our heavy incinerator. Our heavy incinerator has a 12-inch range. Let's see who is within 12. I think it's only that guy. Are these guys in?
No. Maybe. If you do the edge of the base.
Yeah. Because what was your range for rapid fire?
Well, there wasn't rapid fire. They're just flat range.
Alright. You tell me if that's on that base.
You got 12. You totally got 12.
Okay. So, they're going to shoot heavy incinerator into him, and he's going to shoot his side cannon into your big dude, who is still affected by the Duty Eternal stuff?
No, that has gone away.
Okay.
I just haven't moved the card.
Good. Good. Perfect. Because I don't want that. So, the heavy incinerator has a D6 hits.
6/6. There you go.
This is so poetic for him. It's like as much as I can get out of this thing, just pull the trigger. So 6 auto hits on them.
Sure.
They are toughness what?
5.
So I have to roll a 3 because it's strength
Strict
6.
6. Yep.
So 6 hits or 6 wound rolls.
I see 5.
Oh wait, because I roll 3s, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, 5 wounds.
Okay.
They're at -1, 2 damage apiece. Grab the hot dice.
-1, so these are 4s. Okay, so we got 3 guys.
6. So
How
many wounds apiece do they have?
So this guy here had 1 wound already, so we will lose 2 guys.
Okay, and then big ol' Psy cannon has heavy 6 shots. Is he within range?
24 inches. You should be within range. I would be shocked if you weren't.
Yep, he's good. Alright, so 6 shots. Rerolling 1s because he's a Grandmaster with the Rights of Battle. So, good thing we have Rights of Battle.
5 hits.
So this actually, my ballistic skill goes down.
Does it?
Because I effectively have 0 wounds remaining, so I'm at my lowest bracket.
Oh,
or do
geez.
we treat it? Do we treat it as
what does the card say?
It says use stratagem when a character is slain. So the question is, he had 8 wounds before he was slain.
Yeah, but he was slain, so that means he has no wounds, so he'd be using his lowest
I'm only
profile.
hitting on 4s, so only these 2.
Did you reroll? You only rerolled. Why don't you do the entire thing? Because you only rerolled the ones.
Yeah, because I only can reroll 1s.
Oh, you're right. Okay, fine. I thought.
I'm not by Drago.
Okay.
Drago's back there. So wound rolls, you have what?
Toughness 7, your strength 7, so force.
For the second, yeah, so force. A 5 and a 5.
All right, and this is neg 2, neg 1.
Neg 1, 2.
So
damage
2
apiece.
4-up saves. I take 4 saves. I drop to 6 wounds.
Fitting end, I guess. You know, he got something out.
Alright guys, that's the end of turn 1. I only managed to get first strike and then killing one of your units inside of your deployment zone for lightning strike, which brings me up to a total of 2 command points.
3 first strike gives you 1, right?
First strike gives me 1 and lightning strike gives me...
And you bet 1.
And I bet 1, so that does bring me up to 3.
So we're tied.
We are tied, but that's not going to last very long.
Yeah, no, I'm going to dive real quick. Took out my... These are all the guys that died on my turn versus his turn. I mean, there's clearly a disparaging number difference. And you still have guys coming in, and I got guys coming in.
That's true. That is true.
But you... So you fell back here, away from him, so he could get shot to hell.
Well, I didn't have a choice. I had to.
Yeah. You came in, you did some really strong hits against my guy. My guy, the lone survivor, passes morale check, and he attacked twice, and that guy has a storm shield.
Yeah, that's right. 3+
So,
normal saves.
That's ridiculous. Other than that, yeah, that squad over there is scary, for sure.
Well, that one's the identical squad, so...
But it only has 5. So I only have I have 0 command points left because I used the only in death does duty end. Sorry, where is it at?
Yeah, that was it.
Honor the chapter, which costs 3 command points. That's what I did. I probably won't be doing that again in that kind of situation. So I have no more stratagems I can use or rerolls. So it's all downhill from here. So starting my turn 2. Figure out where I'm going, but we'll draw a card. Since defend objective force is at the end of 2 consecutive turns, so I can't control it, or I can't pull another card for this one because I have to wait till the end of my turn. So I'm going to pull my 3rd card. Score 1 victory point if at least 1 enemy character was destroyed during your turn. If 3 or more enemy characters were destroyed during your turn, score D3 victory points.
That one's doable.
That one I might be able to get 2 if I play it.
All you got to do is fall back there.
Oh, yeah.
My character standing up there in the wind.
I mean, I can do smites and still kill you. That's the plan. So, all right, that's where we're off to the races. Also, betting wise, I bet 3 because I know I'm going to get these 2, and I'm pretty sure I can get to that location with dropping people in. So that's why I know I'm going to get these 3. So that's why I'm betting 3. A little less pleasing than I would have liked. I brought in the paladins. Unfortunately, they weren't really able to get in because this guy has a 12 bubble that it can't get inside, and the guy was here had a 9. So the only place I would have ended up going is in front of the dreadnought, and I didn't want that. So I decided to try and be sneaky and go in the back. I did kill one of the turrets in the squad. You can see
Thunder fire cannon.
The thunder fire cannon, and I killed the rest of the suppressor squad. unfortunately, yes, you can see he's going to set up his, big boys. The big shooty boys coming at me. But I did score. I did hold 4. And we got Assassinate off. So I bet 3 this turn. So I got 3 plus 3. So I have plus 6 this turn. And so I go from 3 to 9 victory points. But again, out of command points, he took 2 command points this turn to do only in death does duty end.
And did 6 wounds to Drago.
Yeah, Drago almost died right there. Yeah, that was crazy. So, and he could have almost interrupted, but he didn't need to because he died. So, but yeah, that's what we got. I don't think it looks good right now. We're probably going to lose at this point, but this is only going into his first round of 2, and he still has a Dreadnought and that squad of 10 guys that just totally wiped out.
Only 5. Oh, that squad, yeah.
Yeah, that squad right there.
And we will be dropping down to the Assault Doctrine, which means that all my assault weapons become -1.
Yeah.
Or get an additional -1.
This is not going to go well.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm going to go ahead and discard Domination, so I will now draw 2 new cards in addition to Psychological Warfare, which is Behind Enemy Lines. So I score 1 victory point if you have at least 1 unit completely within your enemy's deployment zone. I guess that tells me where that squad's going. And then Master of the Warp, score 1 victory point if you manifest or deny a psychic power during your turn. These are all doable. I will go ahead and bet 2. And we'll go from there. Well, I mean, we killed a lot of the models on the board. Unfortunately, we were really unable to get anything more than Behind Enemy Lines in regards to that. My attempt to cast Psychic Powers was denied, and he, with, of course, all Marines can have the ability to reroll failed morale checks, so there really wasn't much of a chance of making that one happen. So I go up to 4 here for command points to his, or for victory points versus he's 9. I just don't think he's down to 8 models total.
Here's the one thing. How many points did I just get because you failed bet?
2. So you're
2?
11.
I'm at 11. Oh gosh. Alright. It's in here somewhere. And bingo! 11 versus your 4.
That is true. That is an accurate statement.
Okay, so we are still in this game. We are still in this game. We are going to run away, try and resurrect one of those guys with the Apothecary. And that's pretty much all we can do. Unfortunately, he killed Drago and the Apothecary in there and the other Justicar, which, I expected that to happen with only 1 wound apiece. So that was left. So, so you got, how many other points did you say you got this turn? You got one point?
I got 1 for Behind Enemy Lines.
Yep. So that's why you're at 4 instead of 3.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright, so my turn. I still need to secure objective 5. I think I can do that this turn. So I draw 2 cards. Score D3 victory points if you killed an enemy character or monster during this turn.
That's going to be challenging.
Score 1 victory point if at least 1 Psyker was destroyed during this turn.
There's only 1 and he's in the middle of my army.
Yep. So that's not happening.
You do have to bet at least 1.
I can bet 1. Yeah, I can definitely bet 1. Because I don't think I can kill... Because the only character I can potentially kill is your Tech Marine.
You could get there.
And potentially get D3 victory points.
But the Paladins are only moving half distance and half charges to get the
because you did... Which
Tremor Shell.
Tremor Shell?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. So other than that, you did also heal your guy up.
Yep.
So they're full health, and that guy's 9 wounds left. So, yeah, I mean, there's not really much I can do. I can maybe teleport over there, just outside of 9, and maybe do some spell stuff, and maybe do some cool stuff, but we'll see what happens. I didn't get a lot of stuff done, but I got a lot of points. I decided to do some psychic stuff over there. Was able to, while taking a perils twice this turn, because I can't reroll because I don't have any command points left, during I believe it was a purge and a smite, or purge soul and a smite took out his character. So I got my Deeds of Legend, which I rolled a 3, so I got 2 command points because he scored D3 victory points for it. Or sorry, I got 2 victory points for this. And then I also secured objective 5 with moving up, and I healed with my apothecary being within the distance I needed. Volda said, hey man, I guess I'll just teleport to my other guys and help them out, so that's where he is. He came back over to help out over here. They're clumped up here while I still got a paladin. It's a couple paladins and paladin ancient on that side. They weren't able to charge or do anything over there. They're pretty much screwed. They're going to get shot up at this point. But I bet 2 points, so I got 2 points for my bet, and I got 3 points for my tactical objectives. So altogether I got 5 plus my 11. I'm at 16 versus his 4. Now even if he wipes me off the table, I still might win, and it's really likely that he's going to wipe me off the table.
At the beginning of my turn, we're going to go ahead and discard Psychological Warfare because I'm tired of making that one happen. Master the Warp I'm going to keep, and I will draw my 2 cards and knock over some crystals. Witch Hunter, score 1 victory point if at least one enemy Psyker was destroyed during this turn. I feel that one's likely.
Yeah.
And then secure objective 3, which is right here, which is next to all of this fun stuff over here. So yeah.
Which you have is secure the one? Yeah, you just have to be there at the end of your turn. So yeah.
Yeah.
So how much did you bet?
Probably I would 3. I was going to have to bet the whole 9 yards at this point if I was going to get it.
You have to bet 3 so you can try and catch up.
Exactly that.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's do this thing.
I just got to deny that as much as I can.
All right, guys. As you can basically see at this point, I've managed to wipe Grey Knights off the board. These guys opened up here. We used my last 2 command points to Bolter Storm the Paladins, and they just evaporate into a very fine mist. And then basically my rest of my army opened up over here. We had a 1 unit remaining that I just assaulted in, and managed to get all 3 plus the 3 that I bet, which brought me up to a total of 6, which brings me up to 10. And then since he's no longer on the board, I just need to basically score an additional 6 points with 2 additional turns without any impediment.
So how many are you gonna bet this time?
I'm gonna have to bet 1 at least every turn, but
You have to bet 1?
I have to bet 1. I have to secure objective 4, which is right over there, so those guys can get that. I need to do overwhelming firepower. I can't do that because there's no one to kill. And I can't do that one because I can't scour the skies.
So you'll get 2
2
points
points.
because you bet 1, and you'll be able to move
I
this
also
guy.
got 1 for killing your warlord last turn.
Oh, okay. So they're at 11.
So
That
that's
goes
up
to 13. Yep. So then these guys are effectively over here.
Yep.
At the start of your 5th turn, right? Because
4th turn.
4th turn at the. No, that's at the start of your 4th turn.
Yep.
Or during your 4th turn is when this happens.
Exactly. 5th turn.
5th turn.
So I can only discard 1 card, so I only can get 2 new cards. Supremacy and Assassinate.
You can't do assassinate.
I can't do a Supremacy, and at this point, that is game to you, sir.
Hey, still.
Although, we do need to roll to see if we go to turn 6.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, go
so
for
it's
it.
on a 4. Nope. Game ends on turn 3.
All right. Good.
So there you go, sir. Grey Knights pull it out. They were strategically victorious, even though they got wiped off the board.
Hey. Let's go, Grey Knights. That was good for me, I guess. it's a pretty meh kind of feeling, though.
I mean, you got the win, so I really wouldn't complain too much.
I'm not going to. I mean, it's one thing to win the game, which is great. It's just all my guys got wiped, and it's just technical. I mean, a couple different cards and you could have won the game.
You're not wrong. And if I had done things differently, but it was the first time I've ever played the list, which
is crazy, by the way.
Space Marines are in a really good point right now. They really are. There's no question. They have very good firepower. They can do everything in every phase of the game without question. And I actually didn't even use any of the stratagems from the Imperial Knights just because I forgot I had them, which probably would have made things.
Wait, Imperial Knights? You mean that would be?
I'm a successor chapter of the Imperial Fists. Excuse me.
Okay, gotcha.
So I get to use all of their stratagems plus all of my stratagems, all of their relics, all of my relics. I've got to spend some command points to do it, but it is. And in addition to that, I was using the Faith and Fury book to allow my chaplain to use 2 different powers per turn, and it was good. It was really good.
Helpful.
And being able to just not have to worry about psychic powers, since you could deny everything and the kitchen sink.
Yeah. That was good. Until the end.
Casting powers against Grey Knights is an effort in futility.
Unless you're running Thousand Suns and such. Or is that mainly just Kill Team? It's probably just Kill Team.
Probably. Yeah.
Kill Team, they're really good. They're very, very good. Tactically, you outdid me a little bit with the middle piece because I didn't want to end up in front of that Dreadnought. That's why I had to send my guys over here. I'm glad that I did because I needed to kill the character to get the D3 victory points.
And ultimately ended up working out in your favor.
Yeah, so it was okay. What I had preferred to do was actually set him up on 0.5 to get that control of that point and just start shooting everything. But I think that was in the long run the best move that I could have made. So
I think going forward in the future, I would probably try to castle a little bit more. I was spread out a little bit, and that really, if I had all my buffs and all of my rerolls amongst all of my different units, it probably would have worked out a little bit better for me.
Yep. I was going to say the same thing as if I would have got closer together, which is why I was like, all right, forget these 2. There's 4 objectives right there.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about it in the beginning, but, this game doesn't. You don't get points for controlling the objective unless you have a tactical objective that says so.
Yeah.
So it was just like, oh, all right, well, I just thought I had 4 points here.
Yeah.
Why are my guys standing here if I'm not going to get points with this?
Yeah, that's the nice thing about doing the cards, though, because it makes it more of a, I won't say more random, but it changes things up and gives armies who, if we were playing in a tournament or something along those lines, and basically wouldn't have had a leg to stand on, room to move and room to do what you're doing, because if you just go after those objectives like you did today, you can pull out the game, even if you get tabled.
Yep. So this proves the game, because when Drago died in our other game we played, I think you played Nurgle, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I was like, oh, you killed Drago. Just, I was going to win the game.
Yeah.
I just had to hold the points, but I'm like, it just makes more sense that they're going to just come and try and kill you. And then I lost.
Yeah.
So I went for straight objectives this game as much as possible.
And it worked out super well.
Yeah. I just wish I could have got your Warlord. But there was a couple, 18 inches to work through. And I could only move half speed, and they only move 5 inches. But, I could have gate infinity'd them, moved them closer, but...
Yeah, my Warlord was my chaplain, and you didn't even get close to him, so...
I thought your Warlord was the other guy, but okay. Who's the guy that was, right here?
Pedro Cantor?
Yeah, I thought that was your Warlord.
No, he's not my Warlord, because I didn't want to use his
Does he have, a required traits and stuff?
Exactly that,
okay.
and I wanted to use the Warlord, the chaplain, because the chaplain allowed him to do to re-roll his chaplain abilities every turn, which was amazing.
Gotcha. Again, if you like any of the terrain or would like your models painted, please let us know. You can contact us on Facebook and or email at arctichordewargaming@gmail.com. Other than that, is any final notes?
Final note is we are going to start doing Kill Team again because Jeff is interested in trying that out. And so Ryan's been looking for a worthy opponent, so we are going to start doing that on the channel again.
You bet. I have all the armies. I just don't have anybody to play with other than you guys. So.
Yeah, I bought. So I played in Renegade Open. I ended up getting 2-0 at the end of the second round, and there was only one other person who was 2-0, and he's a part of the group of guys that were there all together. And they're like, "Oh yeah, man, you can't let him win. You can't let him win." And then he won. So I was 2-1, and I went from almost winning to 7th place because of how the objectives go throughout it. But I did like Kill Team Arena. I'll tell you that. 4 rounds makes it very competitive for what's going on. So and
Doesn't
quick.
Kill Team Arena have that very specific set terrain?
Yes. So it has this very specific set of terrain. They are placed in certain specific places, and you roll for is it this style or this style, and you move the terrain around to give you the different bonuses that'll help.
Cool.
So
I'm looking forward to giving it a shot.
yeah, it'll be fun.
Like, share, subscribe, be part of the Horde.